Hey guys, like I said in my last video, I'm here again talking about the same movie as last time, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. And I promise these videos of Batman vs. Superman will end eventually. It's just I want to try to break this thing apart. But today, we're going to finish it off by talking about 3 things I did not like about the movie and 3 things I did like about the movie. So let's start with, and this is in no particular order, so let's just start with number 1 thing that I liked about Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. And I have a list down here, so if it looks like I look down a lot because I'm checking my list. So number 1 is the action in the movie / the visuals. So if you don't know about Zack Snyder, the director of the movie, he's a very visual director. Unlike, let's say, Martin Scorsese, who's very good when it comes to dialogue and storytelling, Zack Snyder likes to tell his stories through beautiful visuals, and I think that really complemented the action of the movie. I mean, when the fights were going down, guys, between Batman and Superman, you felt like these two titans were just colliding. Even though it was only for 2 minutes, I could just feel the power of that scene. Same thing goes, I know the big ending scene with Doomsday, Wonder Woman, Superman was all CGI and explosions and stuff, but I thought it looked good. So that's my number 1 thing I enjoyed. Let's go to the number 1 thing I did not like, and that would be the Justice League cameos. Now, I can't tell you how long I've wanted to see all these characters on the big screen, so it was amazing seeing them, but I just felt like the Justice League cameos, I'm talking about the emails, of course, I just felt they were way too forced in the movie. Like, it was awkward, Aquaman in the water, I'm like, Aquaman shouldn't look awkward in the water, he looks awkward, okay. So, yeah, I didn't like that. Cyborgs was okay, I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. Same with the Flash, I did enjoy the Flash the most. So yeah, same with the Flash coming in and telling Bruce. I enjoyed that scene where he came in and tried to warn him about the future, but if you didn't know who that was, you probably were completely lost, so I wish they just would have took their time a little more. So that's my number 1 thing I didn't like. Let's go to the number 1 thing I did like now, which would be Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. I thought she was powerful, I thought she was mysterious, I thought that, wow, I actually can't wait for the Wonder Woman movie now. So yeah, I mean, and there was actually applause in my theater. That was the one part where people were clapping when Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman came out, and I was like, yes. Now everyone knows how amazing Wonder Woman is, and now I do, on a whole different level than I never knew. So yeah, that's Wonder Woman. Then the number 2 thing I didn't like, if you didn't know we're going back and forth, number 2 thing is Lex Luthor. And it's not the character itself. I love the character of Lex Luthor in the comic books. I find him intellectually fascinating, he's cool, calm, and collected, but Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor was the opposite of that. He was like if Jim Carrey's Riddler from Batman Forever and let's go Adam Sandler in any of his movies had a child. It was just wacky, crazy, and jumping all over the place, and it's like, I can't take you seriously, and I don't find you menacing. I find you like a disturbed, weird child. So I didn't think it worked for the movie. I think it took me out of the movie, and that shouldn't happen, especially for a great character like Lex Luthor. No hating on Jesse Eisenberg's acting. I think he's a great actor. It's just, I don't think the material he was given was very good. So let's go to my number 3 thing that I liked, which would be Batman. I loved Ben Affleck's Batman. That opening scene where we see Batman for the first time, when the cop's scanning the room, the Batman's in the corner, I was like, oh, that would scare me. I'm like, we're actually seeing a side of Batman that I don't think we've ever seen in a movie before, and I think that it's the best on-screen Batman we've seen. I love Christian Bale's hockey pants Batman, but it's like, this is just, I think Ben Affleck just wanted to shut up everyone about how everyone was worried about how he was, and I think he did a great job of that. I can't wait to see his next movies. I think he's going to kick all types of butt, even though he's an old fellow, but hey, does old fellow stop them from being cool? Tell that to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Tell that to Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. I guess RDJ's not that old, but you get the point. Old guys can play young guys. It works. Now my number 3 thing that I didn't like, this is the last thing, the story. It had potential, guys, but like I said before, it's just, I'm going to use that, I use that term a lot lately, but it's because Zack Snyder knew that he had to set up the Justice League. Justice League, guys, is coming out next year, part 1 at least. and he knew that he had to get everything in so people would understand. But I felt like they were almost like reshoots, like the cameos, the forced plugins, the set up Batman, set up Superman, set up Death of Superman. I felt like it was all just like, throw it in and we'll try to cut it all together. But I didn't feel like they sat down and decided, hey, let's try to develop these characters first before we actually kill them off and make you feel about it. And that's why when Death of Superman actually happened, it was a ballsy move, but I couldn't feel any emotion because I wasn't attached to Henry Cavill's Superman yet. So I feel like they should have drawn it out a little more, maybe have a few more solo movies before they go all crossover on me. I think Zack Snyder's a good director, I just don't think he's the man for these movies. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I just think they should get a new director. I think it's too late for Justice League because that starts filming next month, so yeah. So yeah, guys, that is my top 3 things I enjoyed about Batman vs. Superman and my top 3 things I didn't enjoy about Batman vs. Superman. You agree, you not agree? Put it in the comments, and keep commenting, guys. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a happy Easter, and yeah, see you guys later.